Well, today's weather story is going to be windy and warm. Like between noon and about 8 o'clock or so, we've got a wind advisory. We could feel wind gusts 30, 40 miles an hour. So, not necessarily one of the days where you want to go over the Dames Point or the Buckman Bridge or maybe even the Matthews or Hart Bridge. Thankfully, the winds will be today and not Saturday for the Gate River Run. I couldn't imagine going over the Hart Bridge with 40-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's going to be a warm end of the week. Now, Mike Burrish is tracking wet changes for the start of the weekend, and it looks like if you're going to be a runner or one of the expo participants or volunteer or anyone else who's going to be cheering on family, friends, loved ones, it'll be a little bit on the damp side to start things off, but cool and not all that bad overall. The weekend looks like Sunday will be your pick day as it's dry, sunny, low humidity, and temperatures back into the 70s. So for the Concord Elegance in Amelia Island or the Spring Home and Patio Show, lovely weather to end the weekend. Early preview of Players Championship Week, by the way. Chief saying that we'll see a little bit more of an active weather pattern, not nearly as wet as what last year's tournament was, but we may be facing rain and thunderstorms at times. Our Jacksonville Mayoral Candidate Spotlight Series wraps up today as we hear from Leanna Cumber, District 5 Councilwoman who represents the San Marco area where she lives and neighborhoods to the south of there. We've been asking the same general thematic questions of every candidate throughout, from downtown development to larger term economic development in the city, neighborhood improvement, crime, and JEA future, and much, much more. Be listening for that at 8:30 if you're going to be on the radio side. Still in the car. You can watch our interviews on YouTube and on Facebook and the voter guide at WOKV.com. Early voting gets underway Monday across Duval County. 19 early voting sites. You can find those. Check your sample ballot in our voter guide at WOKV.com. Duval Supervisor of Elections Mike Hogan telling us yesterday on Jacksonville's Morning News we anticipate turnout at about 35%, give or take. So we'll continue to follow that story into next week. A lot to still unpack for you throughout the rest of today and into the start of the weekend. Follow these and other stories. Get breaking news alerts in the WOKV app, and we'll see you on 104.5 WOKV.